Tommy doing? Tommy's doing something out there. October the 12th, 2023. If I can do this right. This is not easy to do. I know. I put it on top of there. Now that makes it go down more. I know. I put the Rubik's Cube stand. Well, it ain't gonna work that way either. There, Rubik's stand that way. Yeah, that'll work. That's good. My sister Cheryl let me know. I'm sitting there talking, I probably messed this up. Know that Zach and that Bobby's husband Zach and her and Thomas Marcel and Devin and Merlin the dog and the new dog are coming early Christmas. We don't know the details, but she's going to inform me. And Cheryl's going to keep me in touch. That's good. And I let Miss Story know, and she said that that'll be okay. I'll get you over there whenever however you guys can work it out. And we got all the animals there. Philip Parker and the dogs, plus Cheryl's cat and all that. I said, well, the cat will probably be hiding. And plus they got a puppy. Oh, they got a puppy, the Parkers do? Oh, okay. Yeah. I wonder what we're going to do for Thanksgiving, unless that means early Christmas means also Thanksgiving together. I don't know. Anyway, she's going to inform me on it. I'm glad Cheryl let me know, so I can keep the camera charged up, ready for that. Miss Francis and Miss Story told me instead of taking a half a pill, I got to take the half and take another half to make one whole pill, because my blood pressure is just a tad higher than normal. So the next batch of pills of the same product, Miss Story don't need to cut it anymore. She needs I think it's Parson. Instead of taking a half, it would take a whole. I used to do that before, but my insurance stopped making that kind. In other words, my insurance can't take that kind, so I couldn't take that whole pill. But now it's like playing a game of baseball all over again. I got to get the right ingredient to get it right, because the one they were giving me, a whole one, you need to cut it in half, because it's much more higher in content than the one I was taking. But they stopped doing the lower one, but the more expensive one, you have to cut it in half. But Miss French said, and the nurse noticed that it was high, and they both double checked, and it's still high. And I said, well, I was messing with my Rubik's Cube doing trick shots. So I was, the Rubik's Cube, well, that'll give anybody stress. No, I can solve it. Well, then you're not stressed. And so maybe I shouldn't have drunk that whole glass of milk. Next time when I come, I won't drink no milk. I'll just drink water. And Miss Story and then the nurse and Miss Francis said that shouldn't not affect it. Anyway, and your prostate is high, but that's when you get old, that happens. Yeah, that's what Miss Story and Mike Rock, my Sunday school teacher, said. Don't worry, it's part of getting old. Anyway, and she said, but it will come back and sometime in January of next year. So this is year 2023. Year 24, If and sometime in December before January, I gotta go do Maryview and get another blood work. And if it still hasn't gone down, then they'll send me to a specialist in Harborview. And Miss Story said, "Oh, Harborview, you got the same insurance as Tommy. Tommy's got the same insurance as you now. So you'll probably go." I don't know the name of that doctor. She was telling Miss Francis. Anyway, I say anyway a lot, don't I? So we'll go from there. So hopefully everything's all right. And I weigh 170. I forgot the blood pressure, how much I weigh now. I know. I put it in here. I need to go back. I typed at 9:50 a.m. I'm at my I'm at my doctor's appointment now, Thursday, 9:47 a.m. in the morning. They took my blood pressure. It's 152/90, and my weight is 170 pounds. I know I used to weigh about 172, 173, or maybe 174, but I'm down to 170, so I've lost some weight. It's just a tad higher. They are going to start making it a whole blood pressure pill instead of half, like I did before. They stopped the whole pill of the other one because my insurance couldn't take it, and my prostate is high. But like Miss Story and Mike Rock, my Sunday school teacher, said, it's part of getting old. P.S. Miss Francis' doctor said, she said need to do another blood work next year, and if it's still high, they'll send me to a Harborview to get it checked out. So that's where I'm at now. Hopefully, I'm praying to Jesus everything will be all right. And it's good that Bobby and Zach and the kids and the animals and the Parkers and all the animals and everybody, PJ and Philip Parker and Tony and hopefully my niece, other relatives. It'd be nice if Eugene and his kids, I never got to see them. I never got to see Raymond Eugene Smith the fourth yet. I got pictures of him, but I wasn't there. Um, uh, the Eugene's youngest son. I had it on the tip of my tongue. Oh, they named him after, I know, Alex Smith. They named him after Family Ties, Michael J. Fox character, Alex, the guy that plays Marty McFly on Back to the Future. Anyway, there was another guy that was going to play it, but they changed it. They found Michael J. Fox because they realized that he would be a better part. And then you see a little bit of the original guy in there. A lot of fans want what was in there before Michael J. Fox came in there to see how it would look. Anyway, so basically they cut and pasted or started the whole thing over on Back to the Future. I keep hearing they're making another Back to the Future. It'll be interesting how it works. It works out. It's like they're going to make a movie of Knight Rider. That'd be interesting. I got the original, and I got the original $6 Million Man. I hear they're making the $1 Billion Man, and the guy who played the $6 Million is Steve Austin. I can't think of his name anyway. In real life, he's a born-again Christian, and he's in a Christian film. And he played Keith Barkley on Big Valley. And he played the Fall Guy TV show, and his sidekick, along with that lady was on an episode, 1970 CBS, The Magic of David Copperfield. Forgot what episode. And then I know she was reappearing in separate boxes, and they put the dress in there, and she became whole. And it had the lady that plays on Lost Saucer with Jim Neighbors, the Gomer Pyle, and on Mayberry. All these characters are even on the Muppet Show. Even Roger Moore's on the Muppet Show. I'd like to get the whole collection of Muppet Show. I need the whole collection of. I don't even have the collection, but some I watched some on YouTube. But I grew up the Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew Mysteries, the original, the TV show. That they even make an appearance on the Magic at ABC, starring David Copperfield with Donny Osmond and Marie. Donny Osmond, the great Oswaldo's illusionist magician, born again Christian. Uh, and David Sitchin, Jewish born but born again Christian illusionist magician. Well, you get the idea. Lance Burton, Ron Ferrari, Melinda the First Sunny Man, Marco Tempest, Rocco of Rocco Delights. I'm naming all these Christian illusionists. Andre Cole, Christian illusionist. Oh, Jonathan Mastro the Magnificent Pendragon. I coined him Mastro. He liked that. Mastro the Magnificent. I coined him Mastro the Magnificent. And Charlotte Pendragon. They're all born-again Christians. Jonas Binya is a born-again Christian. Choreographer, dancer, and illusionist magician. Copper saw her talent on a cruise ship, and she joined the team, and she loves animals. I mean, so far they've had Elvis the pig, Quantuelis the chicken, Webster the duck, Anthrax the scorpion, and all that stuff. My nephew Eugene, he got to see Copperfield with the Anthrax one. Me and Tommy took us, me and Eugene, and he was really excited. I mean, he was so excited that on the way back to Tommy's car, I can't remember if it was a Blue Temple or Silver SUV car, it was on the way there. Tommy was playing Copperfield songs to get us into the Copperfield mode. Anyway, Copperfield and his whole crew and animals and all that, it was a good time. And he was on the way to Tommy's car before we crossed the street when we were at Chrysler Hall in Norfolk, Virginia, in the year 2000 something, and he was saying, "How did you do the Webster duck bucket? How did he appear on a motorcycle? And how did he do Portal and 13 People Van?" I said, "Eugene, put it this way. If you got in my head, you know everything that I know." And he said, "Bill, if I got in your head, I'd get lost." Very funny, Eugene, very funny. I'll make you 6 hours worth of magic. You'll be magically inclined. He says, "Okay, cool." Anyway, now just about everybody that I made it for the missionaries and their children, and the youth director Mark Taylor, and I said, "Hey, Paul Taylor and Andrew Taylor, are y'all enjoying the 6 hours worth of magic?" "Yeah, our mom's glued to the TV set." "Oh, Mrs. Patty Taylor's enjoying learning every secret in the book." "I get it." "That's cool." And Paul Taylor and Andrew Taylor, and their sister is Sherry Taylor. I'll get it right. They've grown up. They went from young to teenagers, and now they're adults, and they have children already. And Patty and Mark Taylor are now grandparents. Time flies, folks. Mark Taylor's been a youth director since 1980s. He's been a youth director a long time. Before that, he worked in the boiler room in the Coast Guard. Then God called him to be a youth director, and we needed one at Good News, the one that he got saved in. So saved in Christ. Repented of his sin, and he came in heart and saved him. And Ricky Darden and others in the military helped him to realize that he needed to get saved. He needed to get saved. And then when he got to a certain age, I forgot what age, but he said it's time. And then he asked Jesus in his heart, and he learned a lot from Mike Rock, Rusty Dillard, and everyone else. And Pastor Ward Mac Palmer was the main pastor then. Before that, the founding pastor was Dallas Ainsley. We saw him too, but then Mac Palmer became the full pastor, and then later on it was Pastor Will Coles, and now it's Pastor Mike Asher and his wife Renee Asher, and their 11 children that God provided for them. And youth director Mark Taylor, a classic joker, clown, and fun, says, "Wow, enough to play a game of football." Anyway, you get the idea. Now, what did I do with the Rubik's Cube? You know, I mixed it up. I gotta see how much I mixed it. I might need to mix it up some more. I don't know. I think I do. I'll find out how much I need to mix it. Anyway, I hope this is right. Yep, that worked. A combination of Stephen Brundage and then my new mix idea adds to the neat idea. I still use Stephen Brundage's mixes, but every once in a while I might throw in my mix. And thankfully Jesus helped me find ways to do things. I was showing Danny Lowther in the foyer, and Rachel Lowther popped up, so I did this. I said, "Danny Lowther, see, mix, right?" He goes, "Yeah." "Rachel, see it mix?" "Yeah." And she said, "Well, I can't even solve that thing, let alone..." And then I went like this. Showed my hands empty. And they go, "How'd you do that?" I said, "Well, pick a color." And Rachel picked, I'm trying to remember what color she picked. Rachel Lowther. I'm trying to go by memory. It was either green or orange. I can't remember. What color was it? It might have been orange. Or it could have been green. I don't know. But it don't matter. Just say she said orange. Orange? You want orange? Okay. Watch. Here's your color, right? Watch. Slowly your color comes into view. And now the whole cube's into view. Okay. And here's another one. And watch. Imagine it 20 moves away, 5 moves away, 3, 2, 1. And they go, wow. They were amazed. They're like, "Man, Bill, how you..." I said, "Well, what it is, see, I got Stephen Brundage's lecture video. See, how it all started, he got on America's Got Talent, and he did real good. He got pretty far. And then he went on Penn and Teller Foolish, and he fooled them. And then the fans were like, bring them back to America's Got Talent. Bring them back. The juniors, the junior boys and girls. Yeah, the junior boy and the teen boys and girls through YouTube and social media everywhere." And America's Got Talent gave Stephen Brundage a call, and Stephen Brundage said, "Yes, yes." And he went even further. And thanks to his fans, he put out his lecture video. And I got his lecture video, and now I'm doing the same stuff. And they go, "That's cool," as they're going out the door. You know? Anyway, the kids at the church-wide picnic this year. Enjoyed it. And one of the girls said, I got a Rubik's Cube. I don't know how to solve it. And then when I did this number, showed it to her, and I went, and she said, and I don't even know how to solve it that fast. And I was doing everything to Amy Wager, Josh Wager, Mom, and all that stuff. And she was floored. She said, I see this stuff on TV. There's a magician. I said, who's it? Was it David Blaine? No, I don't think it was him. Was it Chris Angel? I don't know. Well, if I remember, I'll let you know. Was it Fran Sherari? Was it, I know when David Copperfield went on TV. Now, if she said YouTube, I know it would be David Copperfield. Lance Burton. I was naming everybody I could think of. And she said, no, I can't remember. Anyway, I'll have to ask Amy Wager if she remembered which one it was. But anyway, she said, I see this stuff on TV and go, how do they do that? And then I see you, and I watch it live. I'm watching it live, and I go, And I said, yeah, I get it, Amy. I get it. And then I told her that what to look for when you watch a magic special. And I said, Miss Story is getting the hang of it now. And I was telling the junior girls and all that stuff. And one day, including how to walk through a mirror, Doug Henning, Princess Tanko, David Copperfield style, created by Jim Steinmeier. See, Jim Steinmeier creates ideas. Andre Cole, create. I created patterns too. And even Stephen Bunyan says that you'll find even your own kind of patterns, and let me know what you come up with. He says email me or show me on a video. Well, I'm showing through a video because that's the best way to do it. And I'm friends with him on YouTube and Facebook. And Craig Pitty and Ryland the Kid Magician and Magic Orthodoxy guy. And he's also on Facebook, if I remember right, also and other social media. Dave Duncan is on Rope Line YouTube channel. There's a lot of rope lines. You got to look for the right one. He does magic tricks and gives previews of upcoming movies. And he does special effects and he puts makeup on and all that stuff. And then there's Matt King's School of Magic. Some of the missionary kids like James and all that stuff, Jamie and Micah and all them. I gave them a lot of DVDs, a DVD worth a lot of magic tricks. Even Dick Van Dyke on there about marked cards, cheating in the childbirth. Kenny Rock told me I need to watch that. And I got the whole collection of the thing, of the Dick Van Dyke, and so does Tommy. And I can't wait to watch the whole collection. And I got all the collection of Barney. Just about everything I have, Tommy's got. Bancey's slowly catching up what we have. Bancey, by the way, he's thoroughly buying something. Although, Bancey has what we don't have. He's got the whole collection of MASH, plus the movie. But everything else, the $6 Million Man, Tommy don't got that. He wants to get that next. But he wanted to get the whole collection of the, what is that thing? Banshee got it first, and then he got the whole collection, and Tommy went and got it. Not Phenomenon. What is that thing? I can't even think of it now. Anyway, some of it's comedy, where they end up being sucked into a TV, and they meet Scooby-Doo and Shaggy and the gang. Then it gets zapped out, and the kid with the knife, and it get back up. Supernatural, that's what it's called. The guy that plays on the new Walker Texas Ranger. Anyway, and the minute I saw the back of that mystery machine, I said, "Oh, Scooby-Doo!" And then it panned over the mystery machine. It's like, I know that truck anywhere. Anyway, the other stuff is a little too gross, but Tommy said, "Trust me, Bill, it's up your alley." Oh, Magic? No, that's not it. Rubik's Cube? No, you'll see. And then when I saw the cartoon, yeah, cartoons. I'm into cartoons and TV shows back then, 70s and 80s. Even I was born in '65, so June 10th, 1965. So I've seen a lot. Um, I'm a walking time capsule. TV set, movies, church capsule of Good News Baptist Church. I'm a time capsule of everything, including Rubik's Cubes. I learned to solve the Rubik's Cube in the 1980s. My best time was 1 minute and 12 seconds. The teens would have their digital watches, and I was a teen too, or about 11 or 12. They were testing me with their digital watches that had a built-in stopwatch. I don't know if they still make those anymore, but anyway. And I would do it before and after church. And my best time was 1 minute and 12 seconds. And I remembered it because I didn't want to forget it. My best time was 1 minute and 12 seconds. And when, at a certain time, Erno Rubik started bringing out the Rubik's Cube again, which is good because I needed to get a new Rubik's Cube. Well, Tommy said, I still got the original one. I ain't messed with it. Well, you lucked out on it. And I got the missing link, and I got that. Yeah, you got all the. You ain't messed with them. You need to play with them. I don't want to mess them up, Bill. If I mess them up, then I can't fix them. I said, well, watch the YouTube video. Bill, I watch your YouTube video, and I can't understand any of them. And you, if you go slower, I would understand. Well, there's a missionary guy, and he's now got it down in 5 minutes, and he watched my video. I made a copy of him on DVD, along with Stage Losing Secrets 1. And he told me he got saved in the back of our church at a Army versus Navy thing as a teenager. Oh, that's great. Wow, that's cool. And Tyrone, he got saved at one of our schoolboys and at a public school I used to go to. My mom picked him up. He got there, and he ended up getting saved. I told Jim Van Garen that. He said, thanks, Bill. That lets me know I'm doing the right thing. Then Bob Lazar is now taking over that now and keeping it going. Anyway, keep on for Jesus. John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth him shall not perish but have everlasting life. John 3:16. Is Tommy out there? He's been waiting all this time to talk to his mom. It might be. Because I was saying about the half pill to make, to two halves to make one. And he said, well, my mom didn't say that. She said, you have to take two big pills. Well, what Miss Francis was telling me, what your mom was telling me at the office was the ones I'm taking now where it says half, I just got to put it together to make one whole one. So the next batch, I'll just need to take the whole one and take the whole one at night also, along with my other medicine. And he said, well, that ain't what my mom said. And Tommy got all frustrated. Now he's waited all this time to wait for his mom to come back. She had to go to her older son, Robert Story's, Tommy's older brother, to see if they needed Gatorade, and she needed to talk to Sherry for a little bit. So now Miss Story's back. Eventually I need to go to Rite Aid with Miss Story to get the new medicine. But I don't take that. I gotta finish up what she cut in half. And she'll, instead of doing it half, I'll take whole. It's like my aspirin. I've been taking it every morning at 7 a.m. along with my other medicines. But then she said, well, take it every other day. So now I take that, a milligram of aspirin on every other day. So I put it in a pill thing every other day. Like Sunday, aspirin. Next day, no aspirin. Next day, aspirin. And I know that at the end, Saturday, it's aspirin. And around 4 p.m. or 5 p.m., I take a whole blood pressure pill and a half a blood pressure pill. And then At night, I take potassium pill like I take in the mornings at 7 a.m. At 7 p.m. I take um, the cholesterol pill and the potassium pill and the one that's in half, but now I have to take it in whole like I gotta do now. Eventually take the whole at the top that's half. I know, it's all confusing.